Hello everyone, here is question number 4 of WAEC 2025 further mathematics examination, the theory questions. We are asked to resolve this compound fraction into partial fraction. First thing to observe is the degree of the numerator and the numerator. Make sure that the degree of the denominator is higher than that of the numerator. You see the degree here is 1, this is 2, so this is normal. Next, try to see whether the denominator is factorable. So let's see whether we can factorize this. Let me rewrite it here. Starting with the leading term, but the leading term has a negative sign. I can bring it outside. It's like factoring negative 1. We have 6x squared, right? 6x squared. Then coming here, every time you take, you have to divide by what you have factored out. So if you divide this by negative, it becomes negative 25x. If you divide this by negative, it becomes positive 24. So this is what we have. To factorize this, if at all it is factorable, you can take 6, which is the leading coefficient, multiply by the constant. So we have 6 times the constant, which is 144, right? Then two numbers you can multiply together to get 144. Once you add them together, you get negative 25, negative 16, and negative 9. Just multiply them together. You have to get this. The moment you add them together, you get this. So we have negative x minus 16, but that 16 will have to be divided by the leading coefficient, remember. Then x minus the second one divided by the leading coefficient. All right, this is a shortcut, right? This to the simplest form, what can divide? This is 8 over 4, right? Am I making sense? No, 8 over 3. Because 2 can divide 16 8 times and 2 can divide 6 3 times. So we have x minus 8 divided by 3. What can divide? What am I doing? This should be 6, not 16, sorry. This 3 can divide this 3 times. 3 can divide this 2 times. Yeah, something like this. Now you can multiply every time here by 3, every time here by 2 to ensure that no fraction, right? So this is minus 3x minus 8 multiplied by 2x minus 3. So this is the same thing as that. This is the factorized version of this. So we can rewrite our compound fraction as 2x minus 7. To the top and to the bottom, we have this minus 3x minus 8 times 2x minus 3. So how can we resolve this into partial fraction? All right, let me show you next step. Next step, we have linear factors. So we're going to have constants to the top. This is equal to a certain constant divided by the first factor, which is negative 3x minus 8, plus another constant divided by the second factor, which is 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3. Now I would like to apply cover-up method in order to save time. And how can we apply cover-up method? Let's start by finding the value of a first. How can we find the value of a? To find the value of a, we have to first of all find that value of x that can make this factor to be 0. The only value of x that can make this factor to be 0 is 8 divided by 3. Because 3 times 8 over 3 will give us 8. And 8 minus 8 will give us 0. So we're going to use that value of 8 over 3. So substitute that 8 over 3 here. That is to the top. So we have 2 times 8 over 3 for x. Then we still have minus 7. Divide by. Now that 8 over 3 is substituted into the other factor. Do not substitute it here because this will give you 0. So we come here 2 times 8 over 3, then minus 3. So let us simplify this. If you multiply 2 times 8 will give you 16, divide by 3. So we have 16 divide by 3 minus 7. Let me do that here. 16 divide by 3 minus 7. This time this will give us 21. So what is 16 minus 21 is minus 5, right? This is minus 5 over 3. So to the top we have minus 5 divided by 3. Then to the bottom, this is the same thing, 16 over 3 minus 3, right? So this is minus 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And 16 minus 9 is 7. So this will give us 7 over 3. So we have 7 over 3 here. If you multiply the top and the bottom by 3, this time 3 will give you just minus 5. So this is minus 5. This will give you just 7. So this is the value of A. Now to find the value of B, we're going to come to the other factor, find that value of X that can make this to be 0, which is definitely 3 over 2. Because 2 times 3 over 2 will give us 3, and 3 minus 3 is 0. So that 3 over 2 substituted up here, where you have 2x minus 7. So you have 3 over 2 minus 7 divide by. Now do not plug it here, plug it here, where you have minus 3 times 3 over 2 minus 8. So let's simplify. 2 will cancel 2 here. We have only 3 minus 7, which is minus 4. To the bottom, 3 times 3 is 9. That is 9 over 2, right? 9 over 2 minus 8. This time this is 16. And 9 minus 16 is minus 7. That is minus 7 over 2. But we still have another minus here, which is going to make it positive 7 over 2. So you have 7 over 2 right here. Now multiply the top and the bottom by 2, so that the top becomes negative 8 and the bottom becomes 7. So this is negative 8 and the bottom we have at, what do we call it? 7. All right, so now let us substitute everything. Let's start with A. This is equal to, this value of A is negative, but we still have another negative here, so they will cancel, right? So you only have 5 divided by that factor 7. 5 over 7 times the factor, which is 3x minus 8, right? Then you come to the other one, B, it has minus 8 at the top. The bottom we have 7 times that factor, which is 2x minus 3. So this is what the partial fraction of this compound fraction. Let me write it properly here, since we are done with this. We have 5 divided by 7 times 3x minus 8 minus 8 divided by 7 times 2x minus 3. This is the partial fraction of this compound fraction. As simple as that. Bye-bye.